Is she cheating on you physically or emotionally? Hello, gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're diving deep into a topic many of you may have wondered about, spotting the signs that she might be stepping out on you. Let's get straight into it, starting with some undeniable indicators. Also, watch this video till the end if you want to find out the type of women who are most likely to cheat on their men. 1. Unexplained absences. One of the biggest red flags is when she becomes mysteriously unavailable, often with flimsy excuses for why she can't be reached. You find yourself calling, texting, or trying to contact her only to be met with a wall of silence. When she does finally respond, it's one excuse after another, none of which make much sense. If you're with someone who frequently becomes unreachable for vague reasons, especially during specific times or days, it's likely that someone else is occupying her time. If she truly values the relationship, she'd find ways to be available or, at the very least, communicate why she can't be. 2. Constant mention of a new friend. Ever notice how a particular new friend's name keeps coming up? While it's normal to have friends, it becomes suspicious when she mentions this person constantly, and they seem to monopolize her time. Remember, having friends is one thing, but when it begins to encroach on your relationship and she's unwilling to set boundaries, there's more going on than meets the eye. If you've brought up your discomfort and she's still spending excessive time with this person, there may already be an emotional connection there, or worse, an attraction she's unwilling to address. 3. She ignores your calls when with certain people. Another significant sign is when she avoids your calls whenever she's with a specific individual. Have you noticed that she often refuses to answer when this friend is around? Or she picks up only to rudely cut you off? A respectful partner wouldn't ignore you just to keep someone else happy. If this pattern keeps repeating, it's a clear signal that her attention and loyalty may be divided. You deserve someone who's proud to have you in their life and would never hide your calls or be dismissive because of another person's jealousy. 4. Using another person's personal items. This one is particularly telling. When she starts using another guy's hoodie, driving his car, or keeps items that belong to him, it suggests an intimacy that goes beyond friendship. Think about it. If it was just a platonic relationship, would she really be wearing his hoodie or bringing his car home? Her attachment to his things can indicate emotional or even physical closeness that has no place in a committed relationship. A genuine friend would respect the boundaries of her relationship with you, not invite confusion. Refusing to set boundaries with the friend. If she truly values you and sees a future together, she'd understand that your comfort matters. While friendships are important, if a particular friendship is causing continuous friction between you two, and she's unwilling to adjust, it's a strong sign that she may be prioritizing someone else over you. If she's willing to let this person cause repeated issues, she's showing that she values that friendship over her relationship with you. True commitment involves prioritizing and protecting your partner's feelings, constant deception and excuses. If she's frequently dishonest about where she is, who she's with, or what she's doing, there's something deeply wrong. Lying and covering up are signs of a guilty conscience. When trust fades, so does the integrity of the relationship. If you find yourself questioning everything she says, it may be because there's a deeper truth she's hiding from you. Don't ignore your gut. If she's become skilled at spinning stories to keep you in the dark, it's likely she's concealing something important. Understanding how women cheat and how to catch it has become an increasingly relevant topic, especially with the rise of digital platforms and social media. Online interactions and emotional affairs have created new dynamics in relationships. Research shows that while men are often more prone to physical infidelity, women may lean toward emotional connections outside their relationships. We're exploring this premise, an in-depth look at emotional infidelity, how to identify it, and practical ways to address it. This isn't a simple problem with a simple answer, but understanding the patterns can help keep your relationship strong and resilient. Why emotional cheating is different. Emotional infidelity can be subtle, but it's often just as damaging, if not more so, than physical cheating. Women may not always seek a physical relationship outside their partnership, but they might build a deep emotional connection with someone else, often without realizing how far it's gone. The challenge is that emotional affairs may not leave tangible evidence, like text messages or suspicious receipts. However, they can leave emotional voids in your relationship, making them harder to detect and more complicated to address. Signs of an emotional affair. 1. Intense communication with someone new. Emotional affairs often begin as friendships over time. The communication becomes intense and private. If your partner spends an increasing amount of time messaging or talking to someone else, even late at night or during moments they usually share with you, this could be a red flag. These conversations often cover topics that would otherwise be discussed within the relationship, leading to neglect in shared time, attentiveness, and intimacy. 2. Hiding conversations or secrecy. Emotional affairs thrive on secrecy. If your partner is deleting messages, withholding information, or acting defensive when you ask questions, it may be more than just privacy. There could be something they don't want you to know. These hidden interactions can become part of their routine, creating a layer of secrecy that damages trust. 3. Sharing personal details and intimate concerns. One of the hallmarks of an emotional affair is confiding deeply personal issues with someone outside the relationship. This may include personal struggles, doubts, or challenges within your partnership. When emotional exchanges become more meaningful than those shared with you, this external person's role in their life has moved beyond simple friendship. 4. Comparison and unfair criticism. Emotional affairs can lead to unfair comparisons. As your partner becomes more emotionally invested in someone else, they might begin to compare you to this new person, often unfavorably. This could lead to increased criticism of your actions, character, or efforts, while the other person is idealized. Such comparisons, even if subtle, can be hurtful and divisive, especially if they begin to express dissatisfaction without offering constructive solutions. 5. Increase time with the other person. Spending more time with this person could be a strong indicator. This could include finding reasons to be around them or making excuses to cancel time with you. If they suddenly have a packed schedule involving activities with this person, it's worth considering whether there's more to this relationship than friendship. 6. Changes in appearance or habits. You may notice that they're paying more attention to their appearance or seem to be dressing with someone else in mind. While changes in appearance can stem from many motivations, if it coincides with other suspicious behaviors, it could be connected to the emotional affair. How to address emotional cheating. Understanding the signs is the first step. Also equally important to know how to respond effectively. Here are some strategies. 1. Open communication. One of the most powerful tools in addressing emotional cheating is open communication. Express your feelings without blame and discuss how certain behaviors make you feel. This conversation isn't about restricting friendships, but about reinforcing boundaries that preserve trust and respect in the relationship. 2. Consider setting boundaries together. Boundaries are key to maintaining healthy relationships. Talk openly about what each of you considers acceptable in interactions with others. By setting boundaries together, you can prevent misunderstandings and clarify expectations. 3. Look for outside help if needed. If you feel the issue is beyond what you can resolve on your own, seeking a therapist or counselor can offer guidance. Professional support can help you both understand the roots of the issue and develop strategies to strengthen your bond. 4. Take a closer look at their phone usage. Without infringing on privacy, observe whether they seem particularly protective of their devices. While it's not advisable to invade privacy, if your partner is hesitant to share simple details about their interactions, it might signal a need for an honest conversation. 5. Assess the relationship dynamics. Reflect on the relationship dynamics. Emotional affairs don't always stem from a desire to hurt a partner. Sometimes they result from unmet needs within the relationship. Take time to evaluate the current state of your partnership and discuss ways to reconnect if things feel distant or routine. When you notice patterns of emotional cheating, your response matters. Overreacting or attempting to monitor their every move can erode trust further. Instead, approach the situation thoughtfully. Start with a direct conversation about what you're noticing and feeling, asking open-ended questions rather than making accusations. Alternatively, consider setting up what's known as a loyalty test. For instance, if your partner is engaging with an unknown account that you create to check their response, it can help you gain insight. However, be aware that these tactics might lead to further complications if your partner discovers them. This approach should only be a last resort and used with careful consideration. Nurturing a trustworthy relationship. While the goal is to prevent or address infidelity, remember that healthy relationships rely on trust, communication, and mutual respect. Even if you find signs of emotional cheating, it doesn't have to be the end of the relationship. Acknowledge the issues, work on solutions, and stay committed to building a stronger partnership. Many relationships have survived infidelity and come out stronger when both partners are willing to work through the problems. Infidelity can be devastating, but it can also serve as a catalyst for growth and self-reflection. If you've ever experienced this type of betrayal or successfully navigated emotional challenges with your partner, share your story. Each experience can help others facing similar issues find comfort and solutions. Women who are more likely to cheat. Warning signs to watch for. It may come as a surprise, but some women, despite appearing perfect, have tendencies that make them more likely to cheat. Often, men don't see it coming. Let's dive into the types of women more prone to infidelity and how to spot them before it's too late. This may be unexpected, as these aren't always the usual suspects. The thrill seeker. This woman is all about excitement and adventure. Her weekends are packed with spontaneous road trips, parties, and thrill-seeking activities. At first, her zest for life is magnetic, and she seems like an ideal partner. However, this constant need for stimulation often bleeds into her relationships. Once the initial excitement fades, she starts searching for the next thrill. It's important to note that being adventurous isn't inherently negative. But when her life revolves around chasing highs, she might find herself restless when things settle down. If she frequently mentions past partners as mere chapters in her journey, and her interest wanes after the honeymoon phase, take heed. A thrill seeker's need for novelty may lead her to seek out new connections if the excitement with you fades. Pay attention to her relationship history and her attitude toward commitment. If she gets bored quickly, rarely stays in one place for long, and constantly seeks new adventures, she may be inclined to find thrills elsewhere. The overly charming social butterfly, this type of woman lights up a room and has an easy charm that attracts everyone. Outgoing and vivacious, she enjoys being the center of attention and effortlessly draws people in. But when that charm becomes a need for external validation, it can create issues. A woman who thrives on attention from others may struggle with boundaries, and what starts as innocent interactions can spiral into something more. At first, you might think you've struck gold with a woman who chooses you out of many admirers. Yet over time, you may notice her being overly friendly with other men, including frequent messages from male friends or casual flirting. If she seems to need validation from multiple sources, it's worth considering whether her attention-seeking nature could lead to infidelity, especially if she doesn't get the same excitement and admiration from you. Watch how she interacts with men in casual settings. If she's quick to flirt, regularly texts other men, or frequently brushes off your concerns about her interactions, this could be a sign she's likely to seek attention beyond your relationship. The too independent type independence is usually an attractive quality. Who doesn't appreciate a self-sufficient partner? However, some women take independence to an extreme, keeping their personal life guarded and avoiding commitments. While it may appear that she simply values her freedom, sometimes her reluctance to let you in can mean she's keeping her options open. This type often enjoys being close but not fully committed, creating an emotional barrier that prevents you from getting too close. She might say she doesn't want to label things or avoids talking about the future. For her, this distance is a way to keep her options open, making it easier for her to rationalize stepping outside the relationship if she feels restricted. If she avoids introducing you to her friends or family, frequently disappears without explanation, or insists on space but never seems to close the distance, these are red flags. She may not want the accountability that comes with a deeper commitment. The perpetual victim. The always the victim woman has a tragic backstory where she's been wronged in every past relationship. She attracts sympathy and often elicits a protector response. But be careful, this narrative of always being hurt often means she avoids taking accountability, even for her own wrongdoings. If she cheats, she'll have a list of reasons, often blaming you for pushing her away, and might truly believe she's justified. In her mind, she's never responsible for her actions. If you don't meet every expectation, she may use it as an excuse to justify seeking comfort elsewhere. Her self-victimization isn't just a coping mechanism, it's a means of sidestepping guilt, even if she's unfaithful. Listen to how she talks about her exes. If she constantly plays the victim, blaming her previous partners for everything that went wrong, she may be setting the stage for similar behavior with you. The revenge seeker. This is perhaps the most dangerous type. A revenge seeker won't start out disloyal. In fact, she may seem like the most committed woman you've ever known. But if she perceives any slight, she'll feel justified in getting even. Her weapon of choice? Infidelity. In her mind, any act that she perceives as hurtful warrants retribution, and cheating is her way to settle the score. The danger here is that her revenge doesn't stem from a lack of attraction or boredom. It's calculated and meant to cause pain. Whether you forgot a special date or had an innocent conversation with another woman, in her eyes, it's reason enough to strike back. Look for signs of resentment or a tendency to hold grudges. If she brings up old arguments or seems to balance the scales in disagreements, beware. A revenge seeker might keep score quietly and strike when you least expect it, often ensuring you find out to maximize the hurt. It's important to remember that not all women fit these molds, and not every partner will cheat. Yet, if you spot some of these tendencies in your relationship, trust your instincts. Cheating rarely comes out of nowhere, and these patterns often emerge early on. Protect yourself by recognizing red flags and making informed choices about your relationships. Thank you for joining us in today's discussion on understanding emotional infidelity. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, stay thoughtful, respectful, and committed to nurturing healthy relationships. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, because you might learn something. Also, let me know in the comment section where you guys watch this video from. A Married Man Advice. On to the next one.